Hey, what is up YouTube? Andrew Rooney here, full-time drummer and drum teacher based right here in Auckland, New Zealand. I have been sent this video, I've lost track, constant, link after link from subscribers of the channel, viewers of the channel, but as well as friends. It is Angine de Pointrine. Is this French? I'm just going to go full Kiwi on this.
Angine de Pointrine.
Got to go up at the end of a sentence or at the end of a name to give it the full Kiwi.
Pointrine.
A bit of a kick like a donkey. Fabienk.
Fabienk.
Live on KEXP.
Angine de Pointrine. Fabienk.
I have absolutely no idea what to expect. I've seen the thumbnail come up with the crazy outfits that are like molded into the background. Other than that, I've delayed clicking on the link until now. Original video link in the description of each of my videos where you can go along, watch the original video without a bald Kiwi talking all over it. With that said, let's check out
Angine de Pointrine. Fabienk. Angine, put that down. Come inside now and eat your fashion chops.
Let's go. Love the artwork. This is nightmare fuel. Hold on. So hold on. This thing looped that, right? This is looped. Okay. Oh, I've got guitar and bass. Got a little bit of a night vibe here on the drums.
Come on then. All right, we'll call it a draw.
A mere flesh wound. There's a lot of detail here. A lot of detail. Just costume-wise, we've got the dollar signs on the eyes of the guitar bass. And hey, maybe we'll talk about the sheet covering the drum kit a bit later on. Not actually that unusual. It's unusual to be in this, I don't want to call it a costume. We're looking a bit unusual here. To have a sheet on the drums, not particularly unusual. I think Beatles might have even recorded a bit like this. Just has an effect of muting the drums. Let's keep it going. The snare's very muted. How's the drummer even seen the drums? There's something about this nose. Bruh. I'm not liking it. I'm actually finding this quite nightmarish. And tense. That swinging nose, I don't need that in my life. No vocals. I don't think they've even got mics. Musically, really cool. Really creative. Outfits and wackiness aside, killer players. Killer players. Don't let the outfits detract and distract too much from the playing here. Really, really cool and advanced playing. There's some crazy time signatures. I'm struggling to keep my head on it, and I don't want to too much anyway because I want to get like an overall first impression of the group. Ooh. Playing with a pick there. That's funky. Looped. Heard the drummer get back on the timing there. We did hear like a slight correction in the timing here. I'll just go back before we get the moving trees and drama class. I'm just going to go back here. There was a little bit of a slight correction here to get on with the loop. Interesting. Which shows you how live this really is. Performance art music. Love it. I don't like it. don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to go down. I do have some thoughts, but I'm going to go down. I'm going to try and get a little bit more context here. Kin de Poitrine microtonal guitars, Clec de Poitrine drums. Okay. No, not much context there. Live in Rennes, France during the Transmusicales 2025. Okay, French. All right. I can't help it. I'm going to go down to some of the comments. They're the best at whatever this is. You know you've watched Angine de Poitrine too much when the YouTube algorithm starts playing ads in French. It's rare when you and your 2-year-old share the same favorite band. Oh, these are amazing. This is a good one here. It's the first time I've felt like a teenager listening to music since I was one. Okay, let's zero in on this. This is my big takeaway from this video. I am so happy and excited that people are still excited about music. People are still sharing things with me. Well, not just with me. People are sharing things, right? But of course, I see it through my own lens of what gets sent to me, what students request to learn. And when something like this, which is essentially, if we narrow it down, it's a person playing, well, okay, it's a guitar and a bass. That's unusual. And someone playing drums, a two-piece, you know, like the White Stripes or Royal Blood, I believe is a two-piece. That I'm just excited that can still be exciting, can still be unique. Someone can still put a new spin on it. It's really cool. The way this video was sent to me was just like, dude, you got to check this out. Or people would just send it and say something like, no words, just watch. And that's what it's all about. What did this person say here? It's the first time I felt like a teenager listening to music since I was one. People playing live, people playing instruments, no technology sort of in between. Now, in saying that, we do have looping going on, live looping going on. And it might have sounded like I was critiquing the drummer because I heard like a micro adjustment to get back on the bass loop. I've played with people looping. It's really difficult. And, you know, even if you've got good time, your time will drift. That's not even in question. If you're not on a click, even if you are on a click, this is for a different video, but your time can still drift, right? Think about this. You can be on the click from start to finish, but within that, you will drift around a bit. When there's no click and something's been looped, it's really tough because the original groove might have been a little bit off, right? Anyway, it's just so cool. And again, I'll come back to this comment, you know, that feeling of excitement when you heard music. Like, I've had that in my life, and you would have had this in your life. If you're watching my channel, you have felt this in your life. Something gave you goosebumps. An early one was Guns N' Roses. So when Appetite for Destruction came out, total game changer. We're running around the playground. We've got Walkmans, cassettes, right? Someone's got the album. We're all trying to listen in on the headphones and, oh my God, he swore. And oh my God, he blew a whistle. And have you heard this song? This song's amazing. And just excited, really excited. Another big one, like a groundbreaking one, was Nirvana, right? Now that quickly went out of fashion as it became cool to not like the band, but you cannot deny, if you were there at the time, it was a big deal. It was huge. You could not escape it. And there was just a unmistakable energy about it. This comment here, the guitarist looks like every Christmas gift I've ever wrapped. This is when the comments are gold, right? It's weird. It's kooky. Straight away looking at it visually and they're all dressed up, that's going to put some people off. They're going to be like, what's this? But it is just so unusual. I found some of the costume details, like the sort of beard rope thing, and I don't even want to think about that wobbly nose situation, but like unsettling, right? Performance art. This is very arty and no real vocals to speak of or nothing that I could understand. And that just makes it all the more intriguing, right? I see that this is in France. I am assuming the artists here are French, which, funnily enough, I was thinking while I was watching this, the closest thing that this reminds me of is Daft Punk. Not necessarily musically, although even musically, especially the very reminiscent of, Around the World or any of that sort of era, Daft Punk. Like basically just a big riff with a sort of disco beat and just a lot of repetition. Music sounds better with you. Also a French thing, I think, with the odd member of Daft Punk involved in that one. Classic song by Stardust. Parts of this reminded me of Music Sounds Better With You, where there's a certain hypnotic repetition, and the riff needs to be really strong for the repetition to even make sense and for you to even be interested, right? There has to be a killer riff, a killer groove. Man, so many things. I don't know how anybody is playing music in these outfits when they do a full concert. Are they dressed up like this for the whole concert? One of them's going to collapse from heat exhaustion, I'm sure, especially under lights in a studio. Really crazy. Was not what I expected. I don't know why. I saw the thumbnail and I thought there was going to be some more like vocal content. To see something like this that's really broke the internet.
Bro, I broke the internet yesterday.
Really coming through and getting people really pumped and, sharing the song. Just makes me so happy that things like this are still going on. Final thought, and I have mentored a few bands and a few students through various band competitions. Now, I'm not saying a band competition is everything, and it's a little bit out of context with what we've got here, but just thinking of the costumes, thinking of the outfits, and thinking of how you look. What are you trying to portray with how you look? Is it dad rock? Are we going on stage, we're playing our 80s covers, and we've got an iPad, and we're wearing our Crocs and our sensible jeans and a collared shirt, and is that the vibe? No judgment, all good. Are we going into a school band competition and the heat is right after school? So, hey, let's just all rock up. What are we wearing? Well, we're wearing our school uniform because we're going straight from school. Is that how we want to present ourselves? Again, no judgment. It worked for Angus Young. Although I don't think he was in school the whole time when he was wearing that. Was he? Maybe he was just constantly repeating his last year of school. You're picking up what I'm throwing down here, that this is a perfect example of how important the look is. It's not everything. You still need to be able to deliver musically. But it's a huge part of it. We're hearing, but we're also seeing, right? This would have been completely different if we're wearing whatever regular clothes are to you. And a huge piece of advice that I do give my students and any group that I do mentor, really think about it. How do you want to look?
Oh, but the other bands, it's just a school competition. The other bands are just, wearing, whatever.
I don't care what the other bands are wearing. What are you wearing? What are you trying to portray? I think of Jamiroquai, I think of the big hat, amongst other things. I think of JK wearing that huge headpiece hat, and the fact that I remember it says everything. I mentioned Daft Punk before, that it musically reminded me of these guys. It also visually reminds me of the concept in that we're hidden. Who are we? We're actually now the characters. We're not who we actually are. We're not the people. We're actually a character. Very, very cool. Very creative. I dig it. Guys, until next time, take it easy. Keep chopping wood. Ciao.